A very good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. President highlights the need for economic integration within the Bay of Bengal region. Cabinet approves visa-free scheme to 35 countries. News in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that the vision statement previously agreed by India and Sri Lanka will ensure closer economic and cultural integration between the two countries in the future. The President made these remarks at the Voice of Global South Summit, which was held virtually earlier this week.
I must at this stage acknowledge the generosity of Prime Minister Modi and India, which your generous contribution made it possible for us to survive the 2 years of bankruptcy which imposed burdens on our people. I must also mention here the vision statement which we agreed to by both of us, which outlines the path for closer relations between our two countries and strengthens the cooperation which has a history of 2000 years. And this will finally lead to closer integration between our two countries in many sectors. We will be finalizing the comprehensive economic and technological agreement, the cooperation. We will also be inaugurating connectivity in power and in regard to transport and land. We will be looking at the development of the Trincomalee Harbour amongst other projects that we have agreed herein. It will also help us to upgrade our knowledge of and our technology, enabling us to move towards a digital economy. So I must thank India for the assistance that has been given to us.
Speaking at the virtual meeting, President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that the BIMSTEC region will gain further economic prominence in the global economy as the integration of the global south economies strengthen further. The President noted that even though Sri Lanka is vying for membership in the RCEP to integrate economically with Japan and India, but also looks to strengthen cooperation within the Bay of Bengal region.
We are becoming a growth center, and BIMSTEC is becoming more important. Sri Lanka, while being a member of the BIMSTEC, with our close economic integration with India, also seeks membership in the RCEP, enabling us to have economic cooperation agreements from Japan to India. But we realize that the Bay of Bengal is essential for our economies to develop. The post-1989 era, we started with the collapse of the Soviet Union, which were dominated by such views as the clash of civilization and the end of history, which highlighted the dominance of the Western system as is now coming to an end. This summit and the other similar summits, the expansion of the BRICS, the expansion of G20 will enable a new order to emerge in which the global south will have a bigger say.
The Central Asia Forum 2024, organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka in collaboration with the geopolitical cartographer, took place at a hotel in Colombo on Wednesday. The forum focused on exploring future cooperation between Sri Lanka and Central Asia, a region gaining increasing geopolitical and geo-economic significance. The forum highlighted the importance of building on existing people-to-people contacts to strengthen cooperation between Sri Lanka and Central Asia was also emphasized. Key sectors identified for potential economic and trade expansion included textiles, energy, tourism, agriculture, IT, education, food and beverages, tea, gem and jewelry, transport and logistics, and Ayurveda and wellness products. The success of Sri Lanka's pioneering investment in Central Asia by LOLC in the financial services sector was showcased, providing valuable insights into entering and competing in the Central Asian market. The forum also discussed Sri Lanka's role in the Conference on Interactions and Confidence-Building Measures in Asia, an initiative aimed at promoting peace, security, stability and cooperation in Asia, with Central Asia playing a central role. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The Cabinet has approved a 30-day free visa scheme for tourists from 35 countries effective from October 1st this year. Cabinet spokesman Minister Bandula Gunawardena explained that the primary goal is to attract more tourists by removing visa barriers at the post-Cabinet meeting media briefing on Wednesday. This initiative, which will run for 6 months, aims to position Sri Lanka as a free visa destination similar to regional peers like Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam to capitalize on the growing global tourism market. The decision follows a recommendation by an expert committee presented by President Ranil Wickremesinghe in his role as a Minister of Tourism. The expert committee was subsequently appointed to analyze the strategies of other countries offering free visas and to recommend the best approach for Sri Lanka. The approval of this scheme also follows the success of a pilot project that granted free visas to tourists from India, China, Russia, Malaysia, Japan, Indonesia and Thailand, which has been in effect since late last year. The Indian Cultural Association announced the launch of its first international half marathon scheduled to commence on September 1, 2024 from Golface Green, Colombo. The ICA said that this event aims to establish Sri Lanka as a premier destination for both leisure and sporting events, drawing international attention at a press conference held in Colombo recently. The marathon will serve as a fundraising effort for ICA's CSR initiatives, including organ donation pledges, supporting orphanages, and planting trees in local schools as part of a sustainability initiative. President of ICA, Captain Anirban Banerjee, emphasized the association's dedication to making the marathon a success. The event features 3 race categories: a half marathon, a challenger's run, and a family run. The ICA anticipates generating a revenue of over $5 million, which will be channeled into various CSR activities. The top 3 male and female finishers will receive substantial cash prizes and trophies, with the first place winners receiving 1 million rupees each. The government of Japan has provided a total sum of 300 million rupee grant for 2 demining projects under the scheme of Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Projects, or rather known as GGP. Here we bring you more details on above story and few other. Skavita Humanitarian Assistance and Relief Project, known as SHARP, and the Delvon Assistance for Social Harmony, known as DASH, were provided the finance assistance by Mizukoshi Hideki, the Japanese ambassador to Sri Lanka in Colombo yesterday. Ambassador Mizukoshi strongly reiterated that the government of Japan had committed itself in its role as a leading donor in demining activities and would continue to provide the necessary support to achieve mine impact-free Sri Lanka. Venerable Dr. Kukurampala Jnana Vimala Thero assumed duties as the head of Sinhala Department and the Piriveni Education Unit of the National Institute of Education after serving there as a senior lecturer there for several years. Venerable Thero assumed duties as the head of the Sinhala Department at a simple gathering attended by the NIE officials and the close associates. Venerable Jnana Vimalathera completed his first degree in the University of Sri Jayawardenepura and then his master's in the University of Malaya in Malaysia, and also earned his doctorate from the University of California. The 10th Colombo International Theatre Festival 2024, initiated over a decade ago, will commence tomorrow at Elphinstone Theatre, Colombo. The festival also had theatre workshops in collaboration with the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Centre in Colombo during last 2 weeks, and they will also facilitate the International Directors Conference from the 26th to 29th of this month at the German Cultural Centre in Colombo. The backbone behind the CITF is known dramatist M. Safir, who is also a publisher and a filmmaker.
Of the kite's wings is with you. Anymore? I need it. I need it. It's about everything. It's just for my. How it's true. You're all I think of.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all share price index dropped 96.39 points to close at 11,361.66, and the S&P SL20 dropped 34.44 points to close at 3,254.05. The turnover was 1.2 billion rupees and over 37 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all we have for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Have a great weekend. Take care. Good night.